Welcome to the Metal and Wood channel. We got starter assays, huh? This is absolutely the worst starter assay that had come out of China ever. This is an original non-pro grade Ogenus. You may have heard of Ogenus on my channel from way back when. A lot of people don't scroll down in the channel. A lot of people tell me a lot of things that I should be doing for the channel, and they say I have never done it before. And that's people that may not understand that YouTube has a scroll feature, and it may take a lot of scroll thumbs, but eventually you will see some stuff on the channel that you may not have thought was there. I mean, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that people have put in requests to see, like a lot of different things, but they just haven't scrolled down far enough. So I want to thank all of my loyal subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I get a lot of nice, good messages now and then. I love nice, good messages. There's a major announcement at the Metal and Wood channel, and this will turn into a long as well. So the major news at the Metal and Wood channel is that I told a story somewhere on a Chainsaw Diary, probably about Ogenus, and I said that one of my first Ogenus saws, or one of my first saws that I ever tried to sell, market, to learn about was Ogenus, and there was a man that bought one from me, and I didn't realize at the time that I had problems with these saws because the company Ogenus doesn't seem to care anything about quality. They just kind of care, like, it's kind of like the Alibaba. You know, I tell you, when you order off Alibaba, you get jacked. So this guy that bought this from me, he's like, man, I just can't get this saw started. And I talked to him for a little while, and I didn't know much about these saws. I had some Stihl 660s and 066s, and I didn't have my 880 at the time, and I had some smaller saws, the 210, 211, 180, some 250s. And I'm like, man, you got to pull on them. I said, you got to be a real man to pull that saw. And I didn't understand at the time that maybe not everybody catches my jokes. And I think I offended him at the time, and he never brought the saw to me to fix. At the time, I didn't know everything going on with it. Let's look inside this saw. Let's look inside this sucker. Now, they do have this that works okay. And these are 381s. They're a little finicky. Correction, it doesn't work okay. This is cattywampus. Luckily, I got some more of these. We can see if we can fix it or try to see what's going on with it. So, okay. Oh, my goodness. That's a familiar-looking air filter. Oh, my goodness. So, anyway, this ignition coil is the problem in these Ogenus saws for sure. This right here will probably get this thing running. Maybe a little change in that spark. A lot of these sparks are good. And one thing I've noticed about Chinese saws, okay, for example, let's say you got an NHK spark plug. Where's NHK made? NHK is made in Japan. The question is, are there any NHK factories in China? That's the question. I don't know the answer legit. I really don't. I haven't investigated. I want to investigate. But just because you see an NHK spark plug on a Chinese chainsaw, does that necessarily mean it's imported from Japan? Huh. Just because you may see a Stihl OEM air filter stamped Stihl, does that mean that it's really a Stihl OEM air filter from China? I mean, these are things to think about. I'm only here to try to help people understand what's what, because I'm not here to deceive at all. But there are major announcements again. So this starter assay, I don't know. But this saw, finally, after begging the man, please let me fix your saw if you still have it. Finally, he said, yes. I'm so glad. He didn't say I'm so glad. He's like, oh, yeah, I'd love to get that thing running. That's great. It's just been sitting in the garage. I said, thank you so much for contacting me. I said, I'm so sorry if I said something as a joke that caused you not to want to contact me. And I'm not saying that sorry is only for that sorry, by the way. I'm not saying sorry. I'm not saying sorry for other things, when you get pissed on, you might get pissed off and have to, but my story here is major changes at the Metal and Wood channel. I said that I don't care anything about selling saws. And when I said that, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't care anything about selling saws. This is something to do right now in my life. It's a life mission and a life path that I've been drawn to for some weird unknown reason. And I'm paying attention to what's going on in my life's path. So, entonces, as they would say in Spanish, We're doing a little tiny bit of changes at the Metal and Wood channel. You're going to see plenty of chainsaw videos, don't worry. You're going to get plenty of information on the clone saws, don't worry. But we have put an entire cease on chainsaw sales at the Metal and Wood channel. We have stopped it in its tracks. There's no sales. Matter of fact, there's also no phone calls. So, and there's more or less no messages, because sometimes things transpire where communication must be ceased. So at the Metal and Wood channel, we are going to focus on chainsaws, and we're going to focus on other aspects of metal and wood. So don't worry, you're still getting the same chainsaw related information and the same chainsaw details, but any potential sales, put the brakes on that sucker. No sales. So we're going to get this repaired best we can with what we got going on, and we're going to check out what the heck's going in here. Some of these, there's different springs in here, and there's different levers, and some of these springs and levers are not up to speed on these chainsaws. So this is about 3 or 4 years ago, and you know, you have to, that's not too bad, but these still are finicky down there, the connections. So, but so far that looks like it's going to hold out for a while. But you have to probably have some of these on hand if you end up liking these saws, because I don't know of any in China that'll hold up perfectly yet. I got some pro grade orange ones that I might test a little bit. Maybe they might as well be burgundy. This is just a cover. You know, that's okay. So we're going to do a lot more chainsaws, a lot more metal and wood, a lot more discussions in the chainsaw diaries. Some people